Hey Leo, welcome into your reading. It's funny. It's like let me run in and do Leo reading, and I don't know the fact that I was just thinking about you guys. I just started smiling. Um, it's funny. This Page of Pentacles has been like popping out at me all day, all day, and not just for every sign, including myself. And I don't usually throw cards for myself. Once in a blue moon, just to check in. I've been getting this Page of Pentacles. This must be something that is affecting the collective as a whole. That's neither here nor there. Let's get back to you, shall we? First week of February for Leo, please. But the Page of Pentacles in any regard is about learning about new things. And I think it has a lot to do with that shifting of Neptune out of Pisces going into Aries. We learned a lot. We learned about just dropping boundaries, globalization, perceiving other people, their thoughts, feelings, ideas. It was about us dreaming, expanding our horizons. Now Neptune going over into Aries, it's hitting the first house of self, right? So that means your identity, who you are, how you show up in public, what your actual desires are as an individual, and how you come forward and how you show your purpose. The reason I bring these things up to you guys is because this is the crux that everyone's in right now. We're transitioning from this old era into this new era. Some of us had to shave off parts of our lives, which was in 2025, and we're still, handling that situation and trying to adjust to the new life that's coming in. You are no different, because the Hermit card is telling me you're retracting your energy so you can make a wise decision based on your history. Moreover, with the Nine of Wands, you have a lot of guard up, a lot of boundaries. You feel very vulnerable. But under that is the Two of Wands. You're definitely moving forward. You're not looking back anymore. None of you are. Everyone's getting in their car. They're cracking the rear view mirror and they're going forward. They're not looking back. You know you're leaving something there. We know that. But that is what your inner wisdom is telling you to do. That is also the influence of the planets, because it's like having this dark cloud removing from our eyes and saying, wow, I guess that's the shit I've always been living with. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel different? Why do I want more? Because you were always meant to, Leo. All right, let's see what's going on here. You were meant to be challenged the last few years, not just last year, to force you out of this little cocoon and shell you've put yourself in. Death. Maybe while you were doing your timeout, this happened. Or maybe you made it happen. Either way, you're trying to remain optimistic and hopeful. These are two major arcanas now that have popped out. Virgo, Scorpio. It's interesting when I talk to you guys before I drop the cards. Then the cards come out and they reflect what I just said. This is the transitioning stuff I was speaking about earlier. This is the things and parts of your life that are dying off and ending. You have this table, right? And now you're looking at the people who sit at your table. Some are occupied, some are empty. Don't pine and cry for the empty chairs. You're going to fill them with someone else. Someone that's more aligned. With the new version of you, by the way. What is the surprise here for Leo? King of Wands. Judgment. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, like you. Doesn't have to be. This is just somebody representing passion, chemistry, attraction, availability. Upright is available. Seven of Wands, but this tells me you're either being very defensive or you're resisting them. And maybe you're resisting them because you're trying to make a judgment call right now. But I do see you attracted here to somebody. You're just trying to make a decision. Now, this person could have nothing to do with this person, because this situation's over. And this could have been person B for all I know. I'll see more when I clarify, but that's what I'm feeling. What is the advice? Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, there's somebody here in your life Here's the thing. I don't know how other tarot readers see it or perceive it. This is my perception. Other readers, if you're watching me, feel free to comment. This is in the advice, the Four of Wands. We all know this means it's an upgrade. This can be literal, metaphorical, spiritual, anything above. If you are boyfriend and girlfriend, you're getting engaged. You could be upgrading your house, your car, your wardrobe, your face. What do I know, right? This could be your job, or you're putting down roots in a certain situation. Following in your advice, it's asking you to do that. This is not the part I want you to translate for me, to readers. What I want you to translate for me is this. When you have a Four of Wands in the advice and you have death in the position of what's coming towards you, the probability of you being able to do this upgrade with somebody or put down roots with someone is not the person that you had this ending with, because you can only transition from this point on. This does not go backwards. Four of Wands doesn't go backwards to death. This is forward. All right? This is ending something that you already built way beyond the Four of Wands. Are you guys picking up what I'm laying down here? So this is telling me this has got to be another person. And it can be this fire sign that I see here, because they're in the upright position. You're trying to make a decision about them. This doesn't have to be fire. This is somebody you're attracted to. And they are available for you, but you're resisting them for whatever your reasons are, because you're lying low, because you're hurt, you're recovering, you're healing, something has ended. But Spirit says, hey, you, upgrade this thing in your life. All right? Push back if you have to. Challenge if you have to. If this is work, push back. If this is a person, figure out what the blocks and obstacles are between the two of you so you can erect this situation together. What is the outcome of the week? Anyway, me personally, it's also the vibe I'm getting from these cards. Doesn't have to, be finite from another reader. It's just how I read this. This is just how I see it. And this is just how I see this story. And when I clarify, I will know for sure. Now, outcome for the week is this infinity symbol. First thing I heard in my head is what goes around comes around. So be aware of that. Others of you, this could have something to do with, that's a wrap, folks. It's the end of a chapter. You're starting a new cycle. I do see Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You having an honest conversation here with a person and putting all your cards on the table. Now, that could be for closure or for clarity. Now, for Leo, what is the Hermit card, please? Go ahead and clarify this for Leo. Look at that, Four of Wands. It heard me talking. I think you're trying to lie low and make a wise decision if you should upgrade with someone or something. All right? Because you definitely are at the end of a chapter. You are, and I think maybe this is the problem, because it's like maybe it's zip, zip, fast, fast. Like you end one and you jump into another situation. And I don't know if you're thinking like, is this right? Is this smart? Should I give it a minute? Should I be single? I don't know, but this is the thing you're contemplating. But Spirit's like, hey, yeah, it's the wise choice. It's the right thing to do. It's good for you. Do it. What's death? Clarify death. Yeah, you're analyzing something. You're analyzing a situation with a person where you're like, okay, I think it's time I move forward. Because you're in your head right now calculating this ending. You're also trying to think who or where is the best place for you to invest your future, whether it's a company or a relationship. What is the King of Wands? Seven of Wands in Judgment. Those of you who are just dealing with only one person, you are trying to make a wise choice about upgrading something with someone. Meanwhile, you're in your head about ending something with someone also. So I don't know for some of you if it's two parts, work and love. You guys know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah. This person that you're avoiding though, or you're just kind of pushing off, it is because you are debating. You're torn. You don't know what choice to make. I have an Emperor here, which is Aries energy. This is somebody that could, bring, that seems like an authority figure to you in a way. So you're kind of just only stalking them. I think you're trying to get more information before you make this choice. You're also in this place in the interim trying to heal. So it's like, it's a lot of moving parts. It's a little chaotic. I don't know. Yeah, I feel you, Leo. What's the Four of Wands? You should manifest this, and you can. If you want to upgrade your job, your career, this relationship, this person, you can do it. You can absolutely manifest it, and it's saying you should, because that's the advice. How are you going to do that? You're going to rush in and start talking. Because you have the skill set, the experience, the knowledge to do the upgrade at work or to be at this company. You have been through so much in your life, emotional traumas, up, down, healing. You know how to have a healthy relationship to upgrade. Go ahead and do that because you can. It's just manifest it by running and communicating. Maybe I think what's going to happen here is what I'm seeing back here at Leo. There's a good chance that like you could run in and say, I just need to be single for a little bit. I just need some time to myself, because you have this lover situation here, and I do see you walking away from someone or something that is not emotionally serving to you. What is the... And I think you need a minute with this break or this transition that you're having from someone, because it's a big life change. And I think, just like any normal person, you're kind of like, I need to figure this out. I need a minute. What is this World card back here? Okay. I need glasses. 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles and cross. Okay. So the biggest issue that you're having here, Leo, is that as this cycle wraps for you, the problem is you're feeling left out in the cold. Maybe some of you, this is a job loss or a relationship, but it's a clarifier. So I feel like a lot of the worst has been done. So if you feel lonely at your job or in some sort of relationship, you're struggling to weigh your pros and cons here. You're challenged to sit there and say, well, I like this, I don't like that. And when you do these kind of things, then you know what you need, what you can and cannot live with, right? But here you are at the end of this cycle. And it just ends. It just dies. So you feel left out in the cold, but you're not weighing your pros and cons, I think, to other things in your life, other parts of the situation. I don't know. I think perhaps maybe you might consider doing a reconciliation here with somebody. But then you feel stuck and trapped, but I know you're going to go towards somebody that's your soulmate. I already feel that. It's inevitable. What is going on to you at the beginning of February will look nothing like your life at the end of February. I'm almost positive. All right. What are we going to read about in the extended for Leo? That's way too many. There we go. Thank you. Forgiving and learning and true love. You bet your ass, because I was looking at the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. As you learn from this, right, because you have the Hermit card, As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. It's this energy. The second that you do it, you open space for new love, right? True love. And true love, I see it here because Spirit's like, you have the potential to upgrade here with somebody. We'll see more when we clarify it with Tarot, what the angels are trying to tell you. That maybe it's something you don't see, but they do, which is always the case. But yeah, let's get a card from the Wisdom House of Night too for my beautiful Leos, please. What's going on here for Leo? You guys, what'd you get? Ooh, loyalty. I love this card. And you'll see in a minute too why it's such a good card, because it is good advice. It's a good tip that once you take it, it will help you make your choices also. All right. You have chosen the symbol of loyalty, and this means you're being called to stand up for who and what you believe in, and that is so you, Leo. Do you know the story of a beautiful girl who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? This is lovers, all right? Loyalty is tested at times, and you might be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's difficult to speak up for another person, a cause, or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. I know you will choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe and be loyal only to what is true and is good. That is so beautiful. All right, guys, that's what I have for you this week. I'll see you on the next one. Members, extenders, I'll see you over there.